Oh my God. I'm stopping the volume. This is awful. Okay. How's the sound? Is there any like weird feedback sound? Okay. Let me see. Maybe if I undo this mic, maybe I can get the mic on my phone to work. Hold on. Okay, how about now? Can you hear anything? So can y'all hear me? How about now? Okay. Okay, how about now? Awesome. Okay, I gotta use the mic on the phone, so I gotta sit. I just gotta sit closer to it. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's see laws here. We got Blah, Jenny, and then Jeremy. Hey, Dark Electro Head. That's all right. Real quick. Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard about this that happened here. There was um, I just got on the article first. It was where this gay couple went down trying to get married, and the clerk called them like an abomination or something, wouldn't give it to them. Anyway, they just got like $10,000 from I guess the state for going through that. Yeah, Gilmer County has to pay $10,000 and apologize to same-sex couple. Yeah, I mean, just like what kind of world do we live in where you have to go through training, teach people, don't call other people abominations? You know, that's not cool. I mean, but I don't know. I guess that's why I've been kind of I've been watching it, but it's just I don't know. It's been frustrating because it's just all about hate and anger and just I don't know. It's really depressing to watch. Let's see. Let me find the chat again. Yeah, I think it was last year. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just where my focus is going to be. I don't know. I, I try to balance out. News is super negative. You know, I try to go out there and put some positivity, but then like other times, you know, you got mainstream media and they're doing all these positive news pieces when there's like, hey, people, you know, shit's fucked up. Like we need people to not be so complacent right now. You know? Yeah. I mean, with all this, I mean, like I don't care who it is. You know, you got two people that care about each other when you've got so much anger. Like, just leave them be. Leave them be. Like, how is that affecting that woman at all? Is not. But then again, they say that those are the ones that are like secretively gay, and they're just taking out their gay frustrations, that they can't, whatever. Hmm. I don't know. I haven't been paying too much attention to all this local stuff. I mean, but there's so much to it. Mike Pence was in. There was this West Virginia business summit. I don't know. I need to look into it because Mike Pence was here, and the stuff that's been out there, even on like Young Turks and stuff, they're really setting Mike Pence up for taking over. I mean, they're starting to give him like some, gentle praise. I don't know if you call it gentle, but I mean, it's kind of obvious what they're doing. Okay, I need to fix this chair down here. Here, just had. Hey, Dax. Okay. What kind of news have y'all been into? Like, see, sometimes I bounce, sometimes I get out of the news loop because I start researching, different sides. I start planning, so then I start researching that. So I miss out on news sometimes. Like money. The last time I was up at my mom's house, I saw it wasn't like one of those big fat bunnies. It was a little tiny, scrawny looking thing, and it was so cute. I just stood there until it left. Joe Arpaio may challenge Jeff Flake for Arizona Senate seat. I mean, I've heard of crazier things, Rex Tillerson, EPA, Donald Trump, president, Hillary Clinton, a free woman. I mean, crazier things. I don't know. Don Blankenship is talking about running for Senate. Don Blankenship, murderer. He's thinking about coming back to the state where he murdered, 30 plus, well, more than 30 people in his lifetime in those mines. And, whatever. Whatever. I mean, he's going to run, he's thinking about running. I mean, sure. I mean, Joe Manchin's a senator. He put lead and arsenic in our water. Shelley Moore Capito, she's a senator. I mean, it's so skeevy. Damn it. What? Oh, okay, okay. So y'all, okay, everything's good. Awesome. All right. Well, not awesome. Still, that sucks, man. Let's try. Okay. Dark Electro Head. Did you see that piece on Mad Now about Alpha Bank and their ties to Trump, Russian ties, and the Clinton email hackers? No, I don't think I did. No, I don't know, man. There was like a couple of days there where it was like one news story after another. And I realized that it's like, when you're reading and then you have to go back and like reread that paragraph over and over again. You just keep reading that same paragraph. And that's what it felt like with the news. I'm like, didn't I just read this paragraph? I mean, I don't know. It just all blended together. It was just blah, 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 same old thing. Everybody's horrible. I don't know. Yeah, everybody's a Nazi. Everybody's a Nazi. See, and this is what I've been thinking about because I've been wanting to do, these videos for the channel, and it's just like I'm just like staring because usually I like to make a little outline of what I want to talk about, and I'm just like staring at the page. I'm like, it's just all this disconjointed bullshit. I mean, that's what I feel like we're at right now, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, media is just really despicable right now. I mean, like they have really shown their asses for the past couple weeks. I mean, with everybody's a racist, everybody is a Nazi, and oh my God, they're lighting their hair on fire for every time Trump even utters a single freaking word. They're already offended. They're offended all the time. Just oh my God, I'm so offended. I mean, there's legit reason to be, but just like they're just it's like glass. What was it? Glass bones and paper skin. That's the media today. Yeah, it's a world of extremes. It's yeah. Flaw said, polarize both sides and separate them. Yeah, that's why you have so many extremes. I mean, it's young versus old, black versus Democrat versus Republican, urban versus rural, Central America. I mean, it's just everything. Us and them, us and them. Yeah. And see, this is what I was thinking about, like with Charlottesville. It's like that was just such. I think everybody can agree that was just a shit show on all sides. Like nobody's best and brightest was there. Okay, like it was that was bad. I mean, like you had people. I mean, but you got half of America living in poverty, right? But then like nobody ever wants to know why they're in that state, and they don't understand like why they're poor. And they off well armed people here, and they don't know who to be pissed at. And then sometimes they believe it's black people, and sometimes they believe that it's poor people, and it's like no. And now here we are attacking each other again. I mean, like that, like you saw, like on the right, like what you saw there was just you just saw people angry and wanting to like they're looking, looking for a fight almost. I wouldn't say everybody was, but a lot of people went there for that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people there, and if you're wanting to fight, well, that would be the place to go. People are looking to blow off steam. It's like Fight Club, like just go in there and kick some ass, and then you'll feel better. But somebody ended up dying this time, and it's sad. It's sad. and then the media just sees it, and then like race wars, and they just blow it up, and then have a reason to be all offended about Trump, and it's just everything is just so extreme. Like that's what it's like. Everything is just extreme. The advertisements are extreme. It's just like color, noise, and just everything all at once. It's just like, can we just turn it off for a little bit? Like, just take it down a notch for a little bit. Like, I feel like we're all like just screaming all the time, and like ads and stuff just screaming at us, and it's just turn off the cable. Like, I haven't had cable. I don't even know how long. I there's just no reason to it at all. It's not doing a service for anybody. Like anything that I mean, like you can get it on the internet. If you really want to see it. But here's the thing: that what I wanted to point out about Charlottesville was like basically they throw racism up, right? They like to use this one, you know, for as a division. But I mean, but it's true. I mean, it might be their distraction, and it might be because that's the whole thing they were saying. It's like, oh, well, this is just a distraction. Well, kind of. I mean, like they're half true. I mean, it's a half right. Like it's totally a distraction, but it's still true that we need. It's something that we got to deal with, right? So, I mean, we still need to address it. So, but here's the thing: if we do that, if we work and to bridge that gap, we have more unity. That's how we bring people together. You know, so I think that would kind of be the cause. Everybody's talking about like, well, what do we do? What do we do? Well, why don't we just work on that? And then for that matter, Houston's been devastated, and it's the same thing there. It's like you have to build a lot of this stuff from the ground up again. Why not do it? Try to the Green New Deal, like try that. Do the solar panels. This is your chance to like rebuild a whole and it's a huge city, so it's like here's your guinea pig, right? Like here's your chance to prove to everybody that dismisses these ideas. Here's your chance to prove like this can work. You know, so I mean, I think that's what we should do with Houston, and it's not even like a right or left thing. I mean, like right now, like during the emergency part of it, this is this is how you can test whether or not you can work with these people, like as far as like going forward, in alliances. Because some people, like, here's how I was thinking about it. There's some people that want to destroy the establishment, right? And then there's some people that want to build something new. So not all the people that want to destroy what we have want to move on to build something new. So I think if in Houston, if we get together, and these are people that are builders, these are people that are interested in going forward, and whether or not it's a conservative or liberal or progressive or whatever it is, that these two people can work together to make sure that somebody in need in Houston gets their bottled water or diapers for their kids. Like, think how many other things they can come together and get done. So it would be a good learning experience, I think, for at least a lot of people. You know, I mean, like, here's the thing: if something bad is going to happen, at least try to make something good come from it too. So you don't, like have to go through that again, or try to make it not as crappy as what it is. Yeah, I heard something about that. I think it was on Hard Bastard. Like, yeah, it was actually like a way to divert the money back into some kind of like democratic. I'm not sure, something like that. Yeah, that's what didn't Linda Sarsour get caught in trying to steal donation money for Harvey relief victims? Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if I can find the link for that. I'd like to know how like you have like the chat going along the side there. I've seen that in other people's videos, like I'll figure it out eventually. You know, maybe by the time I'm like 50. Yeah, I think you know what? I really do think that this is it. This is it for the Democrats. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, that's Buddha. Really awful one. It's an awful, awful tattoo. But yeah, they went back in and put some flowers over it, try to make it pretty. That's what happens when you don't pay money for good tattoos. Yeah, the flowers turned out really good. It's still pretty bright, but you know, it's not like I go in the sun or anything for these to, like, look, you know, I don't want to go bad or whatever. Yeah, I need to write. Tomorrow I'm going up to my mom's house. I'm gonna spend some time with my oldest son, and I don't know. I guess get some sunshine and fresh air. Stay in here and in the basement, and I do a lot of research and a lot of like stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know. Have you ever seen that show Miranda? It's like a British. I don't know. It's a British show, but anyway, she lives by herself and she ends up doing like weird stuff because she's like, you know, just spends too much time alone. Like that's where I'm at right now. I spend too much time alone, and I need to like get out of the house and get some fresh air. Well, yeah, it's better. My back is feeling much better. Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But then again, you know, sitting here doesn't really help any. I'm just kind of ranting and I don't know. Let's see, that's the thing. I said I was going to do some more videos and have them up on Tuesday, and everything just kind of just it's just mashing together. It's just one big ugly mess with news and media. You know, I mean, it's just like one giant corporate government orgy, and it's just I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to do anything specific on it. It's just a freaking mess. All right, let me see. Hold on a second. I'm going to check. Okay. So anyway. Yeah, I found my notes from when Jim Justice won, and I researched every single person that he appointed to all his committees. Oh yeah, it's ugly. Bunch of bankers, and good old boys, from the good old boy club. I don't even know, man. This is insanity. Oh, this is when I was figuring out what the difference was. Okay. All right, never mind. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. So let me see what chat says. Let's see if I found any news. Let's see. Oh, the internet party. Okay, I've seen some of it that was like that we had streaming. Uh, from what I heard, I mean, I like it. These are people that are truth tellers that, despite even being punished, they still came forward and did, try to serve their country. So, you know, if there's anybody left to trust, I'm sure it would be those people because it sure as hell isn't our own government. You know what? uh, the thoughts on insane clown posse marching on Washington D.C. for freedom of speech. You know what? Go for it, man. Like that's awesome. Juggalos for freedom. Like why not? Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that. Like I haven't been keeping up with the like tech stuff. You know, I don't think like was it Skynet? Like I'm not too worried about that at this point. But we make a lot of stupid decisions as humans, so I don't know. I think we'll kill ourselves before we have to worry about AI. Yeah, it's a good point. Dax said, if AI will kill the rich, I'm giving hope rewards. They might be way, way nicer. The lesser of two evils, What? They can rewrite their own code? Are they self aware? Like, okay, that's scary. The AI is not self aware. Okay, cool. Okay, I take that back about Skynet. It might be a thing now. Oh, okay, okay. They're not self-aware yet that we know of, but they're really smart. So they could be playing possum, you know. Yeah, I want to know who thought it was a good idea for that. What was that one, like the chat AI that they're like, oh, well, we'll just have it learn from the internet. Like, how did they not see that trouble coming? Of course, within 5 minutes, she's going to be yelling something about Nazis and Hitler, and, you know, didn't do anything wrong and stuff like that. That's what the internet does. Yeah, you see that a lot in media, and Dax said the government's secret computers are about 20, 30 years ahead. So the AI people are talking about are out in the public. Yeah, I mean, they try to play it like our government is stupid when it comes to computers. You have the NSA. NSA has to be able to get in, you know, do all this stuff. You're telling me that these people aren't, they don't know about computers. Like our government knows about this stuff, you know. But you know what? That's a, you know what? I know you, Jeremy Walker said, "What about artificial stupidity?" I think that's why you get these angry people. I think it's why you get people that are like that. Like, at least like around here, it's one of those things. It's like hate the thing that you can't have. You know, like you can't afford college. There's no opportunities here. You know, all that stuff, that kind of thing has been taken away from you. So you like get so angry at this thing that you can't ever have. So it's like if I can't have it, then I'm just gonna be pissed off at it. And you know, so people are just like, yeah, you know, totally shun education and that's why you have people that hate learning. You know, it's just, well, you know, screw it. Why should I have to, you know, keep up with politics? Why should I have to learn, you know, whatever? You know, I can't go to college. You know, stuff like that. It's bad, and that's why you have people that are angry because that's not like a natural state. People are like naturally are curious about like their environment and want to learn and want to know more. So when you have people that are like artificially stupid, you know, it comes out in different ways. You know, like you get angry people, you get people that go in and shoot up their workplaces and stuff like that. You know, that's what happens. You know, I think Snork was talking about this, and Fly said, "What with only a difference between costs to manufacture being wages and shipping costs, how do we keep jobs in the USA?" And I think Snork brought this up about having something that Trump could sign something to where whatever job it is, it has to go to, if there's an American that can do it, it has to go to the American company first. So, you know, the only way that we outsource this stuff is if, you know, we don't have the people here to do it. Which, duh. I mean, does that not make sense? I mean, why is that? Of course, why is that not a thing? I mean, of course, it's not a thing because it sounds pretty reasonable, like a reasonable way to help people here. But see, I need to learn more about uh, like national stuff because I mean, I learned about like uh, international. I mean, because I learned about national like politics and stuff, and then it helped when I went to learn about the state politics because you know you could see it. It's just like on a micro scale. So I'm really interested to see like how all these different countries like interact and you know like what all this stuff means because I mean all of this stuff you know serves like the larger picture. So if you really want to see like where like the end result of what our actions are, you've got to look at it on like a global scale. And see, Dax said the EU is also having problems too, and they have health care and cheap free education. That's how worker visas, the worker visa works, not, but it does not. American workers want 10 times the money. Apple, Google, and Microsoft want cheap programmers. Yeah, and that's the thing with that. We're outsourcing education. We're going outside and bringing in foreign people to work in our educated jobs. You know what is that? Like that's so weird. Like that's just like we don't have any smart people here. We have to go to some other country and find them. I don't know. See, okay. Um, well, I said, well, how do we get back to being self-sustaining? That's something like me and Kevin talked about. It's like you need to start doing stuff on the local, like um, like co-op, that kind of thing. Like you have to have like a piece of land where you can do farming and I don't. It sounds like a hippie communal type thing, but that's just how it's going to have to be done because not everybody can do a whole lot right now because you're working, you got your personal stuff, you've got all these things you got to deal with in life. So not everybody does not have a lot of time. Most people do not have a lot of time for this stuff. So, but if everybody does a little bit, it can be accomplished. So, I mean, like that's the kind of stuff that like we need to come together to work on to do in order to make a bigger change because we just can't have you know these rich people can hire other people to do their work. They can hire you know they have all the work and we have to overcome that. So we have to become a more powerful force than any of that. And the only way we're going to do that is through everybody doing a little bit. Like it has to come down to us taking care of our own because the government's not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. We have to figure out a way to circumvent them, and that's the only way. You know, nobody's gonna. That's the thing. They have all these things about they want you to believe in a hero or a savior, and it just does not exist. It just does not exist. It's just gonna have to be normal people just looking out for each other. That's Nobody's gonna do it for you. Hmm. Chinese investing in U.S. property through brownstone. Hmm. Yeah. Um, James was talking about this. He was telling me some of the housing prices out there, and it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how people function out there. And how do you even have money for food? People have money for rent, for that matter. I mean, no wonder there's so many homeless over there. How did you survive and keep a roof over your head? I just don't get it. That is insane what they pay in California for housing. Yeah, shoppers and yeah. Like I said, too many Americans are shoppers first and citizens second. We have people basically on life support here. You know, that's what it seems like. Oh, you don't think for that? Okay, there we go. All right. I mean, these are people on life support. I mean, basically. I mean, like all the function is totally shut down. And that's all they need you alive for, just to carry out your functions, and just keep all this, keep the mind sedated and in a coma or whatever it is. And it's creepy that there are people like in comas, basically up and moving around and buying things and driving cars. I mean, that's where we are now. I mean, our education system is just regurgitate, regurgitate what spit this back out without how can it's like seeing a monkey do a trick. It's like, oh, like, hey, just can you move your mouth without thinking? It's crazy. It's crazy. And And that's why there's no critical thinking. It's absolutely just another function now, just to be able to repeat things when you hear things. You know, morning, Kevin. For Halloween, okay, I'm gonna be Redneck Wonder Woman, Redneck Wonder Woman, which is gonna be awesome. That's how I started working on that, like the logo, because I was starting to like do the costume. I was like, oh my god, that'd be a badass logo, man. I'll put that on my channel. Yeah, like instead of the lasso truth, I'm just gonna have duct tape. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture, man. It's awesome. It's like the Redneck Avengers. Dak said, "Remember when people made fun of Bernie people like me about building a dome and spending Bernie bucks for our money? I went to build a dome with all of you inside." It sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, we've been making America great again. I like it for real. Let's see. Super delegates on the state level, where when the people have a chance of getting in progressive, is there any way to change Democratic Party? Mm, I don't know. So that would have to be something like a. I'm not gonna say it can't be done, but they'd have to make dramatic changes. You know, like first of all, they would have to completely blacklist the Clintons. They would have to say we want nothing to do with them. You know, they don't represent. I mean, basically, what they're saying that Trump, what the Republicans need to do with Trump, that's what the Democrats need to do with the Clintons and people like that. Like that would be step one. Step two, admit to what they did during the primaries, and make the compensations. They need to do that out of the goodness of their own party's heart, instead of having a court force them to do it. That would show that they are, changing. But I don't. I mean, or it could be done. I don't know if it could be done at a local level, because they have it so. I mean, even the Republicans, we don't have. They don't have like the super delegates that we have to do. Like they don't have that. Like, how is that a thing for one party and not the other? It seems so crazy. I mean, I don't see that it's really. Um, but here's what I'm thinking. What if Bernie, now he said he hasn't ruled out running in 2020. So what if he runs and he won't do he won't participate in draft Bernie, but he's running as a Democrat. But if he goes to debate somebody that's in the third party, then mainstream media, see what people are going to be paying attention, and they would have to, if he runs in 2020, they'd have to be fair to him. You know, I mean, that's just something that would be called out immediately if they tried any kind of like that, any of their other tactics from before. So they'd have to give him the airtime. They'd have to be fair to him, and so if he debated, somebody that was third party, it would give them airtime to where it would be a chance for the third party to go, at the presidency. Like that's how I can see it working out. Like if maybe I know a lot of people were backing Nina Turner, so if she joined the draft Bernie and they ran her as president, um, yeah, like I could see that, and then Bernie debates her to get her that airtime and like I guess like on a national scale. I hope I explained that right because it was just something I was thinking about earlier. I get sidetracked. I start talking about one thing and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of this other thing, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like, what was I talking about again? Like, I don't think I ever got back to the original point. Or sometimes I'll do it, but then I forgot that I did it, and so I'll end up saying it twice. So either I forget to say it or I would say it too many times. Hmm. What do you think Elon Musk seeking investors for his neural net project? A mesh over the brain to interact with computers easier. Ooh, I like this. I like this. That would be awesome. Okay, I don't know if it's ethical or whatever the thing is, but like that would be so awesome. It would be like Futurama people, basically, wouldn't we? I mean, we'd just be like brains in tanks. But I mean, then again, if it's just your brain going, I mean, you could just like think forever. It's kind of crazy to I don't know, even that's huge. He goes out there, man. See, that's what I like about Elon Musk, but he doesn't think small. Like he does some crazy. He's out there doing like Iron Man stuff. Oh, hey Kevin. Yeah, everybody's having these tech problems lately with internet. Is there like a legit explanation for this? Because everybody's having problems with their internet, and I don't think that this is a coincidence. I know that sounds like totally paranoid, but here's the thing: I was using the computer the other night, no problems whatsoever. But every time I try to go to um, Apologies platform page, it wouldn't load it. I tried everything; it would not load that page. It loaded other pages on her website, would not load the platform page. And Jeremy's super cool for hanging out with us, even though he can't hear me right now. I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't doubt for a second that the NSA is monitoring me. Well, all of us, but uh, people that piss off people in power here don't have a long life expectancy here. You know, so yeah, I say that stuff all the time because I don't want to get suicided, and they'll do it too. They've shown in the past they'll totally do it. So I don't see why they'd stop now. Yeah, I've been going. Yeah, I've been going for about an hour now. Yeah, that's what I need. I need to do a live stream. I haven't done one in a couple weeks. And I guess like all this stuff just kind of gets in my head, and it's just like all this, you know, wad of garbage all stuck together. So that's kind of where, yeah. Sometimes I just need to like, get all that out for it to make any sense. Walmart. What do you think about people's fears of Walmart FEMA camps? I don't even know what's the deal with the FEMA camps. I was going to ask about that the other night. Everybody's like, "Oh, what's the FEMA camps? They're everywhere." What does that even mean? What is that conspiracy? Like, shouldn't there be a FEMA camp everywhere, like in case of a disaster? You know, like there's a place for everybody to go. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these corporations do it all the time. That's why they fight like these medical lawsuits. They'll fight it longer and just drag it out, so that way the people that are sick die, because a dead person is a lot cheaper than somebody that to pay for somebody that's sick. So I mean, they're not above it. They'll just wait it out and let people die. A lot cheaper for the corporations when it comes to the settlement. Thanks, Jeremy. I definitely love you too. All right. So I guess I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go up and I gotta go see my son here in a few hours. So yeah, I'm excited. All right. So yeah. Let's say is it Saturday now? Okay, so we're okay. Yeah, I'll be on Ebon's later tonight. All right, we'll end it somehow if I can.